I just thought I'd let you know, folks, that a deer activated defender. This is a critically important piece of knowledge that never is at the beginning of every video. And if you didn't notice that, you can't unsee it now. Hey folks, it's Kikoskia here, and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. And when last we left off, dawn is rising in Malgrek Ian, as we are looking both for the enemy that is hunting us down for Consulhort's phylactery, and a way to free the person trapped in the ritual circle. I imagine the solution to this problem is going to be somewhere in Cultist HQ. And we do need to make our way back to Cultist HQ, so let us loop back round. There are still more cultists that need to be dealt with. I suppose we could go this way. This way will be a little bit faster. This is when we stumble into 500 cultists. It's more likely than you think. There are a lot of cultists here. Getting sort of close now. So if we go here, we dealt with the cultists there. And we make our way to this part of the walkways. We can go to that island. And we should save. Saving is important. You know what else is important? Sneaking. Sneaking is incredibly important. Oh, there you are. The Bog Cult Barbarian.
Hey.
And you are likely not alone. So, you go here. You go here.
What?
You're using that. I want you to have this. You can use the dagger, you can use the bow, and Andy! There we go. With the fact that you're not alone, being a high possibility, you can do that. Oh yeah, you're definitely not alone. There is an apprentice here, and you just dove there. That's fine. I need you to magic missile here. I need you to start stabbing. Oh, there's quite a few of you. Okay, change of plan. Shoot the bow. You're going to need to fireball about here. Yeah, we've got an apprentice, an acolyte, a chanter, and a barbarian. Yes. You need to shoot the apprentice. You now need to use this spell here. Like that.
I'm here.
You keep shooting there. You attack here. And once you've done that, I need you to disintegrate the acolyte. There's also this apprentice. There are a lot of them here.
How may I help?
There are a lot. Right. This is the next thing I want you to do. Fire this off. There we go. Oh, that was a fair bit of damage. Uh-oh. You are currently petrified. You're petrified. Uh-oh. You're diving. You're... Oh, that's bad. You're right there, so we'll switch you to your sword. You can do that. Yeah, all of you just having free reign. Not great. We need you to do something quite substantial. Yes, you didn't get the opportunity to cast the spell. You have now! Excellent. So you're there, the barbarian is swarming the back line. You need to attack this stag. We're going to need to use some bigger spells. Oh yeah, it's time for some lightning. Chain lightning, to be specific. Okay, you need to keep shooting them. Hopefully you two will be okay. If you're being attacked, you might as well just draw the daggers and start striking back. We do have this spell. We do have this thing we can do here. It's going to help a lot. Oh yeah, that helped a lot. You're just gone. You're gone. An apprentice is here. There's an acolyte. You're moderately wounded. You're berserking. You're at 5, which means ogres. Fantastic. You can attack here. You can attack... Oh, you're stunned. That's unfortunate, but you can knock down this person.
What?
You can then do this.
Yes.
I need you to cast this now. Like that. You need to really desperately heal up. Right here. I also need you to do that. Yep. And that's one down, and you can then do this. And we have this one person here. Okay, I need to knock you down on the ground. Nope, you're stunned. That is unfortunate. Biscuit can attack. You're also stunned. Darn it.
Yes.
Okay, you need to shoot this acolyte here. Okay, you knock that person down if you can. Backups, you can do that.
Aye.
And you just need to start hitting this acolyte.
Yes.
There we Oh, you are better than knocked down. You're just down. Okay.
Yes.
I'm here.
So everybody's going to now change targets. You're going to go over there. We're then going to have you have at me, like so. And then you're going to attack, but we're not going to leave it at that. You're also going to attack here. We need you to attack as well. We need you to attack. We need you to knock them down. Yeah, this cultist, this chanter is in serious trouble on account of... Oh, you summoned tentacles! Tentacles are still here. They are still here. Oh, because you're here. Okay, that changes some things. We need to cast this here. You need to do that. And you need to do this. Why not?
Hey.
Oh yes, you probably need to knock down you if you can reach. That is a big if. Okay. You slew the chanter, which means all of them disappeared. And we win. That's a lot of stuff we just grabbed, and it's all going in our inventory. We're going to have so much cell fodder when we're done here. So much cell fodder. Okay. This now has 860 out of 1,500 damage. We are getting there. Now, we don't have the resting bonus from Caird Nua. So we could quite safely rest here, and that's what we're going to do. The morning is cold and silent. You are upon the plateau of the Birthing Bell, and there is no sound, no wind. The sky is a smooth mortared grey. The forest beneath the plateau, nothing more than a ragged, black silhouette. Even the rock, the ardour around you, it feels colder, or some warmth bled from it. Against the cold backdrop of the sky, you see the great Birthing Bell, hanging from its arch of Ardra. Its surface is tarnished, and the shadows inside the bell are dark, still. It seems to press down upon you, or simply, sadly, watching, as if standing above a grave formed from a table at the plateau, and the remains of the mother's womb that now covers its surface. And there is something heavy in your hands. It breathes, gurgling, slick and wet. Yet that is all it is. You find yourself filled with fear. You don't want to look at what you are holding. You don't want to touch it with your mind. It is all you can do not to cast it from you. Examine what lies in your hands. The mass before you is vacant, flesh in the shape of a newborn. Bubbles of saliva bunch at the mouth, expelled by its steady, gurgling breath. Its arms, legs, head lolling, limp. No thought, no struggle, no desire to cry in protest or pain. There is nothing from within. There is an absence in your hands. Your hands tremble, shake, and the silence is broken as the chimes on your wrists echo with the trembling. And the chimes do not echo in the thoughts of the mass in your hands. There is no soul within to reach it. This is when Grieving Mother first helped birth a Hollowborn. Reach out with your thoughts. The only emotions blanketing the plateau are the pain of the mother. The child breathes, its heart beats, but it makes no cry. The child feels light, empty. There is no joy in it, no fear, no thoughts at all. Yet in the hollows inside it, it breathes, a thing of habit, not life. You cannot move. Your trembling has subsided, and the birthing chimes in your wrists are as still as the child. The mother is crying, eager to see, begging to see the child. You feel a sudden spike of fear, of being hunted. If you give the child to the mother, you will be blamed, and her anguish and rage shall fall upon you. She will not spare you or anyone you love. Of this you are certain. But you did not cause this. You don't think you caused it. And the mother begs, her arms outstretched. Hand of the child. The chimes sound once more as you give the child to its mother, and as the chimes fade, there is the eager gleam, the welling joy, the questioning. And you draw upon it, deeply, letting the hope stream into her eyes, letting her ears fill with the cries that you have heard countless times past from other children on the bell. You hear the laughter in the mother's voice, in streams of tears that run down her face, and with a practiced motion, you weave a life that will never be into her eyes and thoughts. She will care for the child as if it were whole until you set her free. She will care for it until you find a way to heal what has happened, until the reality cannot be dispelled any more. So you lied to her, in the deepest way, to try and spare her pain in the hopes that you could solve it. But you couldn't. And still, cradled beneath the weeping woman that birthed it, the child in her arms does not hear the cries of her mother, does not react. It is an empty thing that breathes and carries nothing within it, and the chimes in your wrists lie still. They are bound to you like chains, never to sound inside a newborn's mind ever again. It's time to wake up. We have something we need to talk about, Grieving Mother. We have something we must discuss. You had a terrible nightmare, and I was privy to it. I was absolutely privy to it. So, let's chat.
Your mind comes bearing questions, Watcher.
Oh, do I have questions for you? Let your mind speak for you. I shall listen. Pass the words. I saw a Hollowborn at the birthing bell. The grieving mother's head bows, and she raises her hands, cradling them, slowly, so the chimes do not sound as she moves them. You feel a chill in the air, as if the vault of your mind is growing, too large for the thoughts within, and your breath is laced with a chill. To your horror, you hear her breathing, ragged, hacking, but strangely steady. You can see saliva bunching at the corner of her lips, becoming thick ropes of drool that cast themselves down her chin. There is the smell of blood in the air, new, wet, and the salt, sharp tang in your mind. Coupled with this is the smell of sodden undergarments cloying at your senses. Are you alright? She doesn't answer. You don't think she even heard the question, or even knows someone is speaking to her. You sense no thoughts, no awareness from her at all. Oh dear. Her clothes are wet. It is as if she is burning with fever beneath her tangled hair and beneath her threadbare robes, as if she is giving birth. With a slow, hissing intake of breath, her head rolls back on her shoulders, her eyes pressed tightly together like the lids of a newborn. Yet past the lids, you can feel the piercing stare. Vacant, cold, horribly. You sense nothing from her, not a thought, like the Hollowborn you held in her memory. You know if you try to pull her away now, she will vanish into herself, and vanish from your thoughts, perhaps forever. And you have a terrible feeling that whatever connects the two of you will be cut. She is as helpless before you as a child, and you search your thoughts for a way to coax her back to you. We have perception, which is incredibly important here. Incredibly important. I'm so glad we're aware of things. Imagine the cries of a newborn from the first memory, when you met. She jerks slightly before you, then her head tilts, and the steady breathing breaks, and she gives a racking cry.
I thought it was my doing. I thought that I had stilled it with my thoughts. The child. It was just a child. What was done with it?
Ooh, this is an interesting... I suppose I've got to be honest. You helped give birth to a Hollowborn, yet you made the mother think otherwise. Her breathing is steady again, but there is a life in it where there was not one before, and her emotions are building up in her. Apprehension, confusion, welling up. She seems afraid to do more than simply be aware the memory is there.
It was not the last Hollowborn on the birthing bell, and never again did I hear a child's cry.
You have found a death within me, one that many women have borne within them. The words swirl with impulses and weight, spiraling around her, and you feel as if you are being dragged into it. I sought to serve women in need, and instead my hands ushered no new life. What happened next, I bear the responsibility for. What happened next, Grieving Mother?
The first birth was the deepest, the saddest. Nothing I could do could find the child's spirit, guide it to him.
You feel a strange absence between you, as if your thoughts are being shared across a great distance. The thought bleeds out for a moment, then returns, sharp, near, personal. I could not understand what had happened, what I might have done. I feared... No, I could not dwell on that thought. The child was always there, always a reminder of what had happened. A marker. I made her care for it. I made them all care for it, until I could find what had gone wrong. But the Hollowborn, it wasn't your doing. It happened elsewhere.
Little word of the outside world reached us. It was enough time for rage and pain and grief to guide hands. I feared what would happen to the children, what would happen to me. Every mother knows her womb may shed a stillborn, but these cold, soulless creatures, the parents wouldn't have understood, and fear of the unknown breeds violence.
What happened then?
I held their minds within mine. I shaped and guided them as long as I could. And with each passing day, each new birth, the strain grew. And the more I felt my control slipping, the more I focused my thoughts. Eventually, even I succumbed to the power of my own illusion. I'd woven the threads so tightly that I could no longer see through them.
Oh, that explains a lot. And then one morning, I heard funeral bells tolling in the village. The sounds of wailing rose through the mists. Her mother had died, her mind so focused on the care of her Hollowborn child that she neglected even to feed herself. With that, the illusion broke. The townsfolk saw their Hollowborn the way they were, not the way I'd wished them to see. By the end of the day, they began to look at me differently, too. I did not understand what had happened, but I knew enough to flee, and every suspicion that surfaced, every faded memory of what I'd done, I pressed it down, tucked it away. She feels cold, lonely, rigid. My skill failed me, but I did what was necessary. I regret the mother's death, but how much worse would it have been had I not acted? There were other ways. You could have sought outside help for the children, or fled if you'd feared for yourself.
The choices you speak of are not always clear in crisis. Not in that heartbeat when the first mother begged for her child and I had to decide what I would give her. How could I have known where that path would lead, or that there were others seeking the same answers? And even so, that hesitation would have cost a young life.
This is a difficult decision. Both of these are right in their own way. This one is right, but it comforts Grieving Mother. This one is right, and it doesn't comfort Grieving Mother. Lyrin and Grieving Mother have had their differences of opinion about many things, and there was the quest in the Deerwood where Lyrin told Grieving Mother to use her powers to help that woman that they found in the cultist headquarters. But Lyrin didn't like that they had to do that. We can stop the Hollowborn crisis, but we can't do that with lies. To rule another like that, even for mercy, is wrong. We must accept that there are some things we cannot control. The Grieving Mother's mind is silent and still for several moments. She lets your words wash over her, seeping through the cracks into her own thoughts.
My actions only caused more misery. Worse, I took from an entire village, made them as empty and helpless as the children I sought to protect. But what then? Is it better to stand by in the face of tragedy? To let it wash over the world a hungry tide?
Life is often painful. You can't will it otherwise.
I thought I could. So many minds I had willed into acceptance, mercy. And yet those thoughts became a trap, a prison, for the village and for me. Your words have soothed my mind in ways I did not expect. I thank you, Watcher, for the gift of your sight, for using it to guide me out of the prison of my mind. Let us hope it can also free you from the illusions Theos has woven around you.
I highly hope so. I highly hope so. And when we come back, folks, we will continue to explore this area. The quest is completed! Oh! The quest is completed! I swear that controlling others is a grievous wrong, even in the face of tragedy like Legacy. Some things must take their natural course. Okay!
Following your lead.
The quest is done! I
Following your lead.
highly hope that we have a good outcome from this. And with that, her path beyond this game has been set. Is it a good path? I cannot say. We've not reached it yet. We've not reached the end of this road. But hopefully, it is one where Grieving Mother can find some semblance of peace. And hopefully, she can continue to do good in a way that doesn't manipulate people's minds. Hopefully. But getting closer to figuring out if that's the case will be for next time. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're not. And if you are subscribed, press that bell for those notifications. I have a cat that's here. Hello, Velma. You come over to see what I'm doing. I'm recording. And I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.